Hello, welcome to the match preview. Fulham versus Everton, Craven Cottage. 7:45 kickoff and a big game for the Toffees.
Come on, Brighton!
Big game for the Toffees. Just gone out the FA Cup, obviously, but this is the game that I think Sean Dyche made it quite obvious before the Luton game that this was a game that Everton see as a higher priority. And I suppose the way everything is right now, he's absolutely correct to look at it.
Well, if you've seen it as a higher priority, why did they only make 2 subs then? Sorry, right. I'll just keep going. Sorry, I'll just keep going with that. I'm not bothered. I'll keep hitting that drum as hard as I can.
Okay, but this game is a tough game. Everton generally don't do great at Craven Cottage. We've done all right of late, to be honest, I think. 0-0 last year. I think they've lost 1 of the last 7 there or something like that, which is incredible because we lost 9 of the first 9 there since they come up, so or 9 of the first 10, something like that. But they do seem to have our number. They've beaten us at Goodison twice this season. Well, if you include the penalty.
And that was a draw?
A draw, all right.
So we've had a defeat, a draw, so this should be a win.
Okay. All right, but the last 3 games they've played us, they've ended with 2 wins and a draw, then could they beat us at the back end of last season at Goodison. Yeah. But this is a big game for Everton, a tough game, and having no Decore, no Seamus Coleman, I don't think. Drishagana Gay still away, Ashley Young's back in the squad, no Andre Gomez, going to Fulham in this shape isn't ideal, to say the least, is it?
No, it isn't, and I think they did make changes for they obviously got beat as well on Saturday, and they made changes as well. They swapped the squad around a little bit, and that might have led them to lose the game. But they left the likes of Willian out. I think he came on at half time, and left a few of their better players. Jimenez came on with about 20 minutes to go, so they did move it around a little bit, which again must be nice, mustn't it? So they'll have a few more fresher legs than we've got, and they'll have played a little bit less than us recently as well. Not having a replay in the last one, didn't they? So no, it'll be very, very tough. Obviously, the record hasn't been good, and Marco Silva has got them playing well. They've obviously over Christmas had a great little run where they were scoring for fun. It's not quite, I mean, not saying it's dried up, but obviously they're not as prolific as they were. Awobi's gone out to the African nations, so that's a bonus for us.
That's one story that can't be written about us.
That very much can't be written, but no, we just don't seem to be good enough, do we? So far this season, the first game we played for them was very frustrating. Played well in it. Again, in the Carabao Cup was very frustrating as well. Getting very close, and then obviously going out on penalties. So it's going to be a very, very tough game, and that's the moment. It's just at the moment, when you're looking for something on the horizon, something positive, and it's very hard at the moment because it's not there. Then these 3 Premier League games are going to be very, very tough, and with everything else going on, I think most Evertonians are feeling it. And it wouldn't it just be lovely though to just have one of those results where you go somewhere no one's expecting it, and you just churn out 3 points, and someone turns up an unlikely hero, Nathan Patterson getting the winning goal or something, because he's normally terrorised by Willian. So
don't put that out there.
No, but I'm just saying normally is. So wouldn't it be lovely if it worked the other way and he was the one, it just bounces out to him and bang, just flies in. Something like that, something unexpected, just to pick everyone up. Because I just feel like, and it's nothing to do with the cup, I just feel like at the moment everyone's on the floor. Everyone's just been, the second charge is just hit everybody hard. It's really, you're just feeling at the moment. So it'd be lovely to just get that little bit of something that picks us all up ahead of obviously 2 huge games. I mean, what's worse about the 2 games coming up is they're both R12. How am I supposed to cope with that? With R12 kickoffs? How do I deal with that, Baz? Does anyone ever think about me? when you make these decisions?
I love it. I'll be honest. I love a good half 12. It's over and done with and out the way. Great. Yeah, listen, Fulham, if Everton were to win, there'd be 4 points between the two teams. And that's, you know, if Everton actually
30 points.
If Everton hadn't had the points deduction, we'd be ahead of Fulham. And you'd have to remember that. And Everton, only Man City and Liverpool have won more away games than Everton this season. So you'd have to look at that, albeit they come with Adelaide Corey playing in the side. Yeah. And we haven't, that's an issue we've not been able to solve when he's been missing. These are not, you know, they're a good side or a decent side, but they're not, it's not like, it's not Man City away, which you look at and you go, oh, you know, everything would have to be perfect for us to get a result there. This is a game where if Everton stay tight and compact, we can nick it, you know.
Yeah.
We have got to defend well. We're going to have to defend well. You'd imagine Everton are going to have to keep a clean sheet if they're to win this game. But who knows? But the problem is with personnel, simply, with Everton. If you look at, like I've just mentioned, no Andre Gomez, no Adelaide Corey, no Idrissa Gana Gueye, no Seamus Coleman. That's what we know of. You know, we haven't, because the manager did his press conference straight after the Luton game at the weekend, we haven't had any update on Onana, who seemed to be holding his hamstring at the end of the game. He said there's one or two minor things after, so you never know what you're going to get when it's a quick turnaround in terms of personnel. But if Everton, how do you think he'll line up if everyone who we had available at the weekend is available for this one?
I think if everyone was available, I think Ashley Young will play right midfield. I've got a feeling. I think Jack Harrison will go into the midfield spot. Certainly away from home, I can't see him playing 4-4-2. No. So I think he'll go with that, with what he's got available. I think
that makes sense, though.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I think that's what makes sense. I just can't see him going 4-4-2, and I think you do need that extra man in midfield, certainly against. You know, these will have 5 in midfield, so you will need that extra man in there.
I suppose if he could do that, and also Young could play. Really Anthony Robinson.
Well, I was just going to say, you need that as well, because if Onana does start and he is suffering a little bit, to be in a 2 and suffering is a lot harder. So I think that's the way he'll go, and we're down to the bare bones, and again subs.
Well, we are, aren't we? And obviously to hear the manager come out and say no one's coming in, unless they can, basically. No one's coming in unless they can get people out the door. And quite a few Premier League managers have said that this week. Marco Silva kind of hinted at that for Fulham as well, actually. Everton are in desperate need of bodies in, aren't they? And it'd have to be, I imagine, they'll be looking at Mason Holgate and maybe Ben Godfrey as 2. Although Holgate's already out on loan, so that's a bit of a mad one. I think they'd be open. Sheffield United bought him or certainly paid a fee for him. Ben Godfrey seems to be what everything's hinging on. Is someone going to come in and pay money for him and take him? And that might free something up at the other end.
Yeah, possibly, but it's not.
Doesn't seem likely, does it?
It's not going to happen quick enough for this game,
no,
is it?
No, of course.
But listen, I mean, we don't have to write this game off. I mean, Fulham did have that good spell during December around the same time we did. But since then, they've been beaten 3-0 at Newcastle, been beaten 2-0 at home by Burnley, 3-0 away at Bournemouth. They were beaten in the Carabao Cup, obviously, away at Liverpool. They were beaten by Chelsea in the Premier League. They've only won 1 game, which was Arsenal at home in like 6 weeks. So it's not like we're sitting here saying they're in amazing form and all this. They're not on a great run of their own. I don't think we're under any illusion with this Everton team. We know when we have our players and we have the core and they're all fit, that there is a togetherness and there is a way that we play and it all clicks together. The problem is that's just not there. The core is not there, and the manager has not solved the problem, and it's hard for him to solve the problem when he hasn't got the players, of course. If he hasn't got Ashley Young to play on the right, doesn't want to play Dan Juma. But he also hasn't taken that gamble and said, well, let's try something different. And maybe that's something we could have done on Saturday and said, well, let's play Dan Juma on the left. Let's play McNeil in the middle. Play Harrison on the right and see if that works. So he's tried different things and none of it's working. So we'll see what happens for this game.
I mean, we went to Crystal Palace in the FA Cup. We didn't have the core, and we looked all right in that game. That's against the team who can be quite strong at home, and they've got attacking players. And the way we set up and the work that we did in that game, Everton probably should have won. And
we've been good at the back. Let's not get it right.
Done all right.
Let's not get it wrong. We've been quite solid at the back. We've been picking up clean sheets. It's just 2 set pieces, and I can't see Fulham having the same joy just simply because Luton is so tried and tested. That's how they score their goals. That's their thing. Fulham aren't going to have that same joy, I don't think, even though I do think of late, might be more than just late, our set pieces defensively and offensively haven't been particularly good.
No. We need a throwing coach as well, by the way. We definitely do. We give the ball away so much off throw-ins. That's something for you to look at when there's a bit more money in the budget, Sean. Obviously, there's no money at the moment, so getting another...
Can't imagine that'll be number 1 on the list.
No, it won't be number 1.
We get money.
It's something to look at. Let's have a look at how Everton lined up at the weekend, because there will be changes. We expect Jordan Pickford to be back in, of course. It's injuries, isn't it? It's whether there is any injuries. I think Beto will come out, and like you said, I think if Ashley Young is available, then he may well come in on the right-hand side, and that would free Harrison up to go off Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who I think will start this game. Other than that, like I said, again, we don't know with the injuries if who's in and who's out at the minute because of the press conference was done at the weekend, but I wouldn't have thought there'd be that too much else there because it simply hasn't got the players to do it. Let's have a look at Fulham, how they lined up at the weekend. Rodak in goal. Leno will be back, I imagine. Teti, Diop, Tim Ream, Anthony Robinson, and he had Harrison Reed and Lukic in midfield. Wilson, Pereira, Cordova-Reid, and Rodrigo Muniz up front. But obviously, there's people to come back in.
Willian, like Tom Kearney,
Pelina.
Jimenez, Adebayo. So they've. That's what happens when you've got a squad. That happens when you've got a squad. And you've not got 13 players.
If he's done it, hasn't he? And we've now, but like you've just said, they're not in good form. It's not like they're sweeping everyone aside like last year. We keep reiterating it of Everton. Everton have won more points than Fulham this season. That's what we have to remember going into this game, and just keep adding to the points tally. It's here for the taking this game. It'll be tough. It's a tight little ground. Actually, one of my favourite aways, Fulham, to be fair. But it's an opportunity for Everton, and it's a big opportunity to go and grab a win because, like you just said, we lost at the weekend, they lost at the weekend. Can we go and just be, we've got a fighter's chance, haven't we? They've come to Goodison and upped us the last 2 times, if truth be known. It's only really the 3-1 last season that they were good value for. This year, the opening day of the season, it should have been over at half time, and they nicked the goal and won it. And then the cup game, they done nothing until injury time and when they almost went and won it. So we've got the opportunity. But let's have a look at Raul Jimenez. He's been the key man, or certainly we've picked him out as a danger man. 18 games, got 5 goals from an XG of 4.16, no assists. His XA though is 0.72, and his heat map is everywhere. And this is a player who is enjoying a little bit of a new lease of life. It all kind of dried up for him at Wolves since that terrible injury that he had. But he's gone off to Fulham and new scenery and all that. I think he likes the Thames Air.
Loves it. Loves that swimming pool on the roof of the new stand. Slow start to his career, but got going, got on a bit of momentum. Lost that a little bit when he got sent off at Newcastle. But yeah, definitely. I think when he was scoring the goals, that's when they were having a little purple patch. So yeah, he's always a tough character. Obviously, started his Wolves career with a double against Everton in his first game. So he's always had a habit of popping up against us and doing well. So keep him quiet and hopefully keep them quiet.
Do we want a few stats? Because Ned didn't bother doing them.
No, well that's classic Ned, isn't it?
I mean, they're there. The 30th different campaign between the two teams, and this would be the first time Fulham have done the double over us if they were to win.
That's great, thanks for that.
There you go. Well, I mean, I don't know. I've got positive ones, but then I think I don't want to say that because that might jinx it.
There's no such thing as jinxing, that's just nonsense.
Oh, okay then. All right. Well, Everton have lost 1 of the last 7 away games against Fulham, having won 3 and drew 3. We lost 9 of the 10 visits prior to this.
That means we're shaking up for a win then.
To this run. Fulham have won 4 of the last 5 Premier League home games, as many as their previous 12 at the Cottage. Each of their last 6 Premier League home wins on their soil have come, but the only one away win they've had all season was day 1 at Goodison. 32% of Everton's goals have come from corners, 8 out of 24. But we've only taken 1 short corner out of the 99 we've had.
Interesting.
No goalkeepers have more clean sheets than Jordan Pickford. Let's think about that.
Let it continue.
That's all I've got to say on it.
Let it continue.
Maybe we should take another short corner tomorrow and catch them by surprise.
Mix it up. Why not? Mix it up, eh?
Or if we're taking the back post corner, aim for Tarkowski, because he basically wins every header in the box. Why we stop
to celebrate Sean Dyche's 1 year at the club, we're taking a short corner. How about that?
Take it short and have a shot. Mix it all.
Let's not go mad.
Now, listen, let's see what happens. But it is a tough game, no doubt about it. But it isn't an impossible game for Everton to win, and a win would be a fantastic result. Get Everton onto 20 points for now. Hopefully soon, once Shagger Silk's had it could be 30.
Yeah, of course.
But let's see if we can do that and build a bit of momentum. Again, 2 big games coming up as well after this one, but it's all about this one at Craven Cottage tomorrow night. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. If you want to become a Toffee TV Premium member, the link is in the description and the QR code's on the screen now. See you later.